Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream, and I'm going to do your January the 27th, just for today, in a meditation. Hope you're having a beautiful morning. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Okay, the title of the meditation for today is Learning How to Live Again. We learn new ways to live. We are no longer limited to our old ideals. Basic text, page 56. We may or may not have been taught right from wrong and other basics of life as children. No matter, by the time we found recovery, most of us had only the vaguest idea of how to live. Our isolation from the rest of society had caused us to ignore basic human responsibilities and develop bizarre survival skills to cope with the world we lived in. Some of us didn't know how to tell the truth. Others were so frank, we wounded everyone we talked to. Some of us couldn't cope with the simplest of personal problems, while others attempted solving the problems of the whole world. Some of us never got angry, even when receiving unfair treatment. Others busily lodged complaints against everyone and everything. Whatever our problems, no matter how extreme, we all have a chance in Narcotics Anonymous to learn how to live anew. Perhaps we need to learn kindness and how to care about others. Perhaps we need to accept personal responsibilities. Or maybe we need to overcome fear and take some risk. We can be certain of one thing. Each day, simply by living life, we'll learn something new. Just for today, I know more about how to live than I did yesterday, but not as much as I'll know tomorrow. Today, I'll learn something new. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Learning something new. I like that. I like how this meditation ended. That one thing we do know is that today we know more than we did yesterday. And tomorrow we will know more than we know today. And it's interesting because people put a lot of emphasis on knowledge, even myself going to school to get this master's degree and then a doctorate. I have a goal to get that doctorate before I'm 60 years old. So I value knowledge. However, what I can honestly say about knowledge is that if I am not able to apply that knowledge appropriately, and appropriate can change from day to day. The knowledge that I have about a certain situation and how I react to it or apply that information may not suit every situation. I may need to be creative and resourceful and be able to take the same information and fit it per the circumstance. That's what I call wisdom. When I say the serenity prayer, and I'm talking about having serenity, and I'm talking about having courage, and I'm talking about wisdom. The wisdom that I receive as a result of my openness to being directed by my higher power is how to respond to the information that I have. So if the information I have is that this is a situation you can change and you need courage to change it, The information that I have should be applied based on that revelation, based on that knowledge, in other words, appropriately. Now, it's easy for me to acknowledge what I can change. I may not have the courage for it. It's equally, almost, I don't say equally, it's almost as easy for me to acknowledge what I can't change, what belongs to someone else. So you learn that over time, right? However, I have more of a difficult time accepting the things that I cannot change. I've received the revelation and the knowledge that I can't change that. That's not mine, but I still want to go against it. And that tension between acceptance and trying to will something to be what I want it to be, that tension in between there may only be an inch thick, but that tension alone is enough to rob me of my peace, the serenity that I'm asking for. So today, when I have the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, that's information that I have, and I have the wisdom, right? I know the difference of what I can change and what I can't. But tomorrow, let tomorrow come. Let me wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Do you see how willful that is? Because you let me be in a bad mood and I will flip the script so fast your head will spin. I will today know that I can't change you, but tomorrow do everything I can to manipulate you, control you, and make you become or do what I need you to do. We're very clever people. We addicts are very clever people. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Learning how to live again is taking the information, the knowledge from your past failures and successes, bringing it into your here and now, and using that information, applying it appropriately so that you can now do what? Be considered wise. You will have wisdom because you're going to use it and apply it appropriately. And sometimes that is just the acceptance that you can't change that. Sometimes that's going to be the courage you need to actually make the change based on the information or the knowledge that you have. That's wisdom. Research it. Research it. Go ahead. Look up the word wisdom. And this is how we can use the serenity prayer to help us to learn how to live again. We're going to be building ourselves up in recovery, building up our strengths, letting go of the need for the character defects, becoming entirely ready to have them removed from us. But we build moment by moment, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, sometimes second by second. I'm believing in you. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I want you to take some information that you already have, the serenity prayer. I want you to take that information that you already have and go into the wisdom part of it. Go into the last part of it, the wisdom to know the difference. I want you to take it and move into your here and now and use it effectually in the here and now. Because you know what? I have a sneaky suspicion that everything that has taken place in your life up until this moment that you are listening to this podcast You cannot change what has already occurred. However, you can have a say about how you respond from here forward. For some of you, that means that you need to go back and make an amends. You need to do that 10th step, right? For some of you, that's what that would be. For some of you, that would be, I need to get that phone number out of my phone. I need to get rid of that drug dealer's phone number. I don't need them. I don't need them calling me up like that and know that I'm gonna come running with some money or they're gonna pull it up and bring it to me. I don't need that. Whereas some of you, that courage to change the things that you can won't feel so good initially, but I guarantee you it will later. Mhm. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you. I want you to have a beautiful day on purpose. I intend to. Let's get out here and get it, y'all. Have a beautiful, beautiful day on purpose. Talk to you soon.